Hello, my name is Sierra and welcome to my channel, Homemade Mathematics. Today we are going to be taking a look at two different special right triangles. In my previous video, I talked about how we can use our trig ratios, otherwise known as SOHCAHTOA, to solve any right triangle. That, of course, always works. It'll even work on these special right triangles, but there's two types of triangles where you can find the sides super quick without having to use your trig functions. We're going to start with our 45, 45, 90 degree triangle, and then we'll take a look at our 30, 60, 90 triangle. To start, we have our 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. We actually looked at an example of this in my last video, so if you want to see that, go back and look at it. But we talked about how the angle and the side it's across from and how they're related. So what I mean is if you have an angle of 30 degrees, right, it's smaller, that's going to be across from a smaller side than maybe 90 degrees, right, that's going to have a bigger side. Okay, so your biggest angle is going to be across from your biggest side. Notice in a 45, 45, our angles are the same, so that means their sides that are across should also be the same. So we know our legs are the two sides that are not the hypotenuse, are going to be equal. So if I know this leg, I know this leg. If I know this leg, I know this leg. And then we also know that our third side, our hypotenuse, is going to be whatever those sides are times the square root of 2. So now I'm going to show you how that little trick is going to make it much quicker to find that side than using our trig ratios like we did before. Okay, so I have my three 45, 45, 90 degree triangles up here, and I'm going to use those rules. So the easiest is if they give you one of the legs, okay? Because if I know this leg's 3, I know this leg's 3. And then our hypotenuse is just whatever our legs are times square root of 2. Super quick, super easy. How I knew this was 45, 45, 90, by the way, is if these two sides are equal, that means their angles are equal, which if we have a right triangle, 90 split in half would be our 45. Okay, this next one we can tell is 45, 45, 90 because they're telling us our angles are equal. Again, they both have to be 45 if this one's 90. This time, though, they gave us the hypotenuse, which is a little trickier. So to go from our leg to our hypotenuse, we were multiplying by square root of 2. So then to go backwards, what's the opposite of multiply? We're going to divide. To get our leg, we would do 6 divided by the square root of 2. However, you might know we do not like square roots on the bottom, so we have to get rid of that. So this could be a whole lesson on its own if you want to see how to simplify radicals or when we have one on the bottom. Go ahead and comment down below. I'd love to make that video, but just a quick little overview. We don't want square roots on the bottom. To get rid of it, we're going to just multiply by what it is, right? Because square root times a square root, those are going to cancel out, just like a square root and squared cancel out. So square root of 2 times square root of 2, those are just going to cancel, and it's just going to be 2. Okay, but if I multiply a fraction on bottom by something, to keep it the same, I have to multiply the top. So we would just have 6 square root of 2 on top, which then I could simplify my fraction here. I can't simplify that radical in there. Doesn't work. I can simplify my numbers out in front though. 6 and 2, 6 divided by 2 would get us 3 square root of 2. So we know this leg would be 3 square root of 2, and we know this leg would be 3 square root of 2. Let's look at one more like that. So again, we have 18. This time we're getting the leg. So instead of multiplying by square root of 2, we're going to divide by square root of 2. Can't have our square root on bottom. So we're going to multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2, because anything over itself is just 1. So we're not changing this fraction at all. We're just getting rid of that square root on the bottom, because those are going to cancel to get us just 2. And then on top, 18 square root of 2. Again, we can simplify the numbers in front, not in the square roots. 18 divided by 2 we get 9 square root of 2. So you can see with the special right triangle, you probably don't want to take the time to think, okay, what am I given? Opposite, adjacent, we're going to use tangent, plug this in here. Okay, we can just use this nice little thing. If you're given the leg, the other leg's the same, multiply by square root of 2 to get the hypotenuse. If you're given the hypotenuse, divide by square root of 2 to get the legs, because they're going to be the same. And our other special right triangle is our 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. So our shortest side is going to be across from our smallest angle. Our second shortest side is going to be across from our second shortest angle. And then our largest side across from our largest angle. This time our angles are not the same, so our legs are not going to be the same. Okay, so if you're given the leg, you always want to be given the leg. That's the easiest. If you're not given the leg, find the leg first. And not just the leg, the small leg. So the leg across from your 30 degrees. So this one is important. If they give me that small leg, I'm very happy, which you'll see why in a second. If they don't give me that small leg, I find the small leg first and then find the other side. Okay, I'll show you what I mean by that. Because our rule for this one, if we know the small side or our small leg, our other leg, our longer leg across from the 60 degrees is just going to be whatever your small leg was times the square root of 3. Right? If you were given the long leg and you needed to find the small, remember opposite of multiply by square root of 3, we would divide. And then to get our hypotenuse, we just take it times 2. We take our small leg times 2. If we're given the hypotenuse, find the small leg first, divide by 2. Let's look at some examples of that. All right, so I have an example of each. One where I'm given the short leg, one where I'm given the long leg, and one where I'm given the hypotenuse, just to show you how you do each one a little bit differently. So to start, we started with the easiest one, which is where we're given that small side. How we know we were given the small side is because we're given the side across from our smallest angle, which is 30 degrees, which would mean this one would have to be 60, so that they would all equal 180 together. So if we know the small side, it makes it nice and easy, because we know to find our long leg, we're just going to take our small side times square root of 3. 7 square root of 3. There's no square roots on bottom. That's in proper form. We can leave it like that. But my label would be inches, so make sure you get your label on. And then to find our hypotenuse, we just take our small leg times 2. So 7 times 2. All right, this next one is slightly harder because we are given this time the side across from our 90 degrees, which is our hypotenuse. But we know our small side, we would take that times 2 to get our hypotenuse. So to go backwards from our hypotenuse to our small leg, we would divide by 2. All right, so 10 divided by 2, our small side's across from the 30 degrees. 10 divided by 2 would get us 5 feet. Because then, once we have our small leg, we know our long leg is just that times the square root of 3. Okay, that's why I found that one first. It's much easier to find the small leg and then find the other parts. All right, so our small leg of 5 times square root of 3. 5 square root of 3. And our label is feet. Again, I don't have to simplify that. That is as simple as it gets. 3 is probably our most challenging, and that is where you are given the long leg. Because remember, to go from our small leg to our long leg, we had to multiply by the square root of 3. So to get rid of it, we're going to divide by the square root of 3. So that's where we're going to have that square root on bottom, and we're going to have to simplify. All right, so we are given the long leg. How I know I'm given the long leg is because this 30 degrees, that's the short leg. Across from the 90, that's the hypotenuse. So that means this would have to be 60 degrees, and my long leg. Okay, so we said to get our short leg, the one across from 30 degrees, to get it we would multiply by square root of 3, so to undo it we would divide by square root of 3. Our B, our short leg, is going to equal 4 divided by the square root of 3, which just like before, we don't want a square root on bottom. Instead of multiplying by square root of 2 this time though, we're getting rid of that square root of 3. So we're just going to multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3, because that's just like multiplying by 1. Those square roots go away, so that we're left with just 3, and then 4 times square root of 3 on top. Again, you can check if you could simplify that. We can't. So that's my simplest form. Now that we know our short leg, we know our hypotenuse is just our short leg times 2. So if I take that times 2, or 2 over 1, right, 4 times 2, we would end up with 8 square root of 3 over 3. Like I said before, you can always use those trig ratios or the SOHCAHTOA to set up and find a side and angle. But if you're given a special triangle, there is a quicker way. This video was helpful. Please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you would like to see next and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.